first meetings you have here in Baku, so it's a pleasure for us. I know you have really intense and interesting program. I hope you will enjoy it and will know Azerbaijan better. You are in State Committee on Urban Planning and Architecture. We are in charge of urban planning policy of this country and involved together with local authorities, Africa Urban Forum, which Nairobi was hosting, and it was a privilege for me to be invited and to address such an important and big audience. And I saw myself what's going on today in Nairobi, and from presentations of other African countries, also impressed and excited because we're going through a very important stage of transformation. We also, for several years, dealing with this issue, there is very clear vision of His Excellency Mr. President on future of urban planning and architecture, and to understand how important is planning for all development process in the country. So for many recent years, approximately up to 20 years already, there are a series of very important reforms we are implementing here under the leadership of His Excellency President Anar Guliyev. And I think core of these processes is that the plan itself. We need to know what we are going to build, where and why, and which areas we need to preserve, not to touch or follow certain historical traditions. Within these recent years, we have upgraded and updated almost all master plans for all our cities. This is priority number one. By national standards, this document is developed for 20 years, so this is quite a long-term planning tool. Of course, we have several important parts of the country. Capital is always, as in many countries, is very important, but Baku is also quite a big city. It plays a big and important role in the country's development. It keeps a big share of the economy of the country and population-wise as well. So very important, big strategic project for us. Another priority project are post-conflict territories of Azerbaijan. You know that they were almost 20% of the country were under occupation for several decades, but since 2020, after the victorious war, on the 44 days war, we liberated all our territories, and now bringing it right back to those lands. So this is also a very, very important project. I know you will visit several cities there, so we will not go a lot into details. We'll let my colleagues there to brief you and to show you. But I want to say that within this last short period of time, within these 5 years, we developed master plans for 12 cities there and hundreds of villages, and most of them already under construction. In many of them, certain areas already built and populated. So Currently, in more than 40 settlements, cities and villages, more than 70,000, almost 80,000 people today live, work and study there. We have even one new university introduced in the city of Hankenby. But I know that Baku is your main interest today. The city has very long history. Some of the monuments, architecture, historical monuments, the date of their construction goes back even before Christ period. You will visit walled city of Baku. We call it Ichari Shahar, which means inner city. This is state reserve, but it is also UNESCO World Heritage site. Very small, just 20 hectare territory, but very important and very rich by different periods. The monuments representing different periods. There are at least 3 cultural layers, and it is very good and interesting example of what this land passed through within centuries and ages. Recent history, what beautiful buildings you can see in the center of the city. They are 100 and a bit more years old, most of them, and they were built in period of so-called First World War. We live in now through the second, when rich people started inviting architects from Europe, and of course there is a national, how to say, it is a good mixture of European architecture and local traditions, and that's what we have around Walled City. This is a so-called central planning zone of Baku. You will see it later on the slides. And of course, modern, the independent Azerbaijan period after collapse of Soviet Union. We try to follow that traditional architecture, but in some parts of